When a person is obese, it can cause a wide variety of health issues that could have a large impact on that individual's overall health. Caring for an obese population can be costly due to all of the health issues that can arise. And because of those health issues, obesity also can cause an overall mortality rate to rise. If we fail to address this issue, obesity rates will continue to rise as they have been, which would cause an increase in all of the other health issues related to obesity. This public health issue affects all individuals with bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder affects both sexes and people of all ages, races, ethnic groups, and social classes equally. This disease is more prevalent in some parts of the world than others, but that is assumed to be due to underreporting. During the 1970s into the 1990s, the prevalence of bipolar disorder was between 0.4% and 1.6%. But more recent studies have shown that starting in the late 1990s up until today, the prevalence of bipolar disorder has gone up to between 5 and 7%. For this project, we looked at the article, The Role of Tryptophan Metabolism and Food Craving in the Relationship Between Obesity and Bipolar Disorder. The study includes 135 participants with bipolar disorder. Each participant completed the Food Craving Inventory Survey, which asked about fat, fast food, sweets, and carbohydrate cravings. In this study, males had higher levels of fat cravings than females. The higher a participant's creatinine levels, the higher that person's carbohydrate cravings were. Fat and fast food cravings were associated with parameters of fat metabolism, and there was no observed correlation between the participants' body mass index and waist-to-hip ratio for their food cravings. An increase in the serum creatinine to tryptophan ratio showed that overweight and obese participants had higher levels of tryptophan down creatinine pathways, increasing chances of participants gaining weight.
Educating individuals with bipolar disorder about the TRP/KYN ratio may benefit them in understanding the changes they may face with food cravings. Individuals should know that a diet high in carbohydrates may further enhance KYN levels and lower TRP levels, which may make their condition worse. By being aware that high food cravings may become evident with their condition, bipolar disorder individuals may avoid overeating or falling for food cravings. Since KYN replaces TRP, individuals may benefit from knowing what foods they can eat to increase TRP levels. In this study, researchers investigated the relationship between high food cravings of fast food, fats, and carbohydrates causing obesity in individuals with bipolar disorder. They were able to support that bipolar disorder individuals experienced higher food cravings, but they were not able to support that the cravings caused obesity. This is likely due to the fact that just because individuals may have experienced cravings doesn't mean they chose to overeat or fulfill those cravings. They also found that men experienced greater cravings when compared to females, but they did not determine gender to be a confounder. However, they did find smoking to be a confounder for fat craving and fast food craving. An unhealthy diet destroys the gut and can also influence changes in food cravings. Individuals with bipolar disorder typically experience circadian dysregulation. Because circadian rhythm regulates calorie intake, dysregulation can contribute to obesity. The researchers also found that bipolar disorder individuals had a higher level of KYN when compared to TRP levels, especially in the overweight/obese individuals when compared to the normal weight individuals. Lower levels of TRP and higher levels of KYN influence high mortality of bipolar disorder and obesity. A diet high in carbohydrates enhances KYN levels, which decreases TRP levels. Therefore, the KYN/TRP ratio seems to play a significant role in bipolar disorder and food craving alike.
Our recommendations are based off of the newfound information that the imbalance between food intake and energy expenditure is now assumed to be a major risk factor for obesity and bipolar disorder. As we now know, bipolar disorder has a considerable increased risk for obesity and metabolic disturbances, contributing to the heightened cardiovascular morbidity and mortality. Further medical complications of obesity and bipolar disorder include neurocognitive impairments, a more complex illness presentation, and poorer treatment outcome. Our recommendation is to call for a consideration of dysregulated TRP metabolism, including the relevance of alteration in dietary habits in the diagnosis and management of bipolar disorder.